Hello and welcome back to Jikoronpa, the final episode of Chapter 2. Finally, it only took us 40 episodes, not too many. Even though I feel like if there was a normal Nagami game, we could be on like the 4th chapter already. But yes, just like Chapter 1, I'm going to do the bonus content of Chapter 2 right after, just doing this a day after, just so I don't want to do it at the very end. This is just how I like to do it. Yeah. However, like in Chapter 1, when it came out, this episode of the extra content came out on a Saturday, and the reason it came out on a Saturday was that it just felt nice in my brain knowing that we were starting a new chapter at the start of the week. It felt nice, it felt right, it felt good, which is why I was like, okay, I'll put an extra episode out on Saturday, so I won't be starting the week with the end of chapter 1 and just going into chapter 2 immediately, just for my own sake. Now, I'm pretty sure this episode is going to be coming out on a Thursday. Now, I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to make the whole thing into one episode, because if all the chapter bonus content is in the video you're watching right now, there isn't going to be any video tomorrow for the same reasons. It's just nice for my brain to have this chapter started on Monday. If I do decide to split it up into 2 episodes, then you'll see the second half of it tomorrow, and there'll be no change because of the upload schedule, right? Haha. But I'll probably make it in one episode. If I had to guess, I'll probably put it all into one episode, and then upload it all on Thursday, and then you guys will have to wait till Monday for the next episode. But that's all. It's not really a big deal. I just want to say that before we got into it. And I might have added this to the end of the last video. I'm not sure if I did, but I'm going to say it again just in case I get too lazy and I don't. That I was thinking more about the murder, just processing everything that happened. Oh yeah, by the way, Seinosuke is dead. Seinosuke actually last episode. Forgot to mention that. But I was just thinking about it. And something I realized is, I don't even know how I didn't bring this up or how I never thought of it. But why did the body discovery announcement play when we went down to see Asuka? Because for it to play, 3 people besides the killer needs to see it, or the killer needs to see it 2 times. As we know, Maun and Kolette were in there, they left. Seinosuke was in there after those 2 left. Saw Iki dead, then killed Asuka, then they left. And only then, afterwards, did Hikari and Ryu come down. Seinosuke never went down again afterwards, to our knowledge. I'm not sure why he would leave and come back down after he had murdered Asuka, so I'm pretty sure that he didn't. So that means only Hikari and Ryu, to our knowledge, saw the body before the body discovery announcement played. Now, could it be a mistake? Yes, I suppose. I'm choosing to believe it's not a mistake, and it's an intentional thing that the writer left in, and I feel like someone came down and saw the body beforehand. And the only person I could really think of it being is Kazuyuki. And Katie came down afterwards. I'm not sure why they wouldn't talk about it or why they hadn't said anything, but I just thought I would try out into eat her because, to our knowledge, only 2 people saw the body before the BDA rang, and so the BDA shouldn't have rang. And also, something I was just thinking more about the final few moments and how Ryuka told us we can't trust Ryu because Ryu tried to poison us. A part of me wonders, just because I feel like if in this game you can't trust anything, Seinosuke lied to us about his motive folder, so I can't trust anything. I feel like Fuka does have the good intentions, and I do think she wants to protect me, but I think she's wrong and she's being presumptuous because of her attitude of not trusting about the group and not caring about people. She immediately jumps to the wrong, maybe not always to the wrong conclusion, but sometimes she jumps to the wrong conclusion of people's intentions. So I think instead of trying to poison Hikari, what if the poison was meant for Ryu? And it was like if the game ever got too much, he was meant to use it, and that's why he took the bowl because he was going to eat it himself, but then he just couldn't bring himself to do it. Because, like, how at the end of the last trial, Seinosuke said how he always wanted to die, but he was too much of a coward to ever actually kill himself. I wonder if that's. Maybe it was not like intentional to signify towards Ryu, but I wonder if Ryu has a similar mindset where he kind of wants to kill himself because of the atrocities of this killing game, but he doesn't have the will to actually do it. And that's why he got the poison. And maybe that's why he tried to hang out with Hikari so we could have a pleasant final moment watching horror movies, but he just couldn't bring himself to actually finish it. But yeah, those are the 2 things I really wanted to say after finishing it and thinking about it more last night. And that's my main other thoughts about the chapter. Overall, I liked it. I said my grievances in last episode. But with that said, enough about me talking about it. Let's actually get into the bonus content, what we're all here to see. Or maybe you're not here to see it and you just aren't going to watch this episode and you're just going to go straight to the next one because you only care about the chapter 3, the main game and the killings. But yes, okay. We went with Mayame, we went with Daisuke, and now it's time for Asuka scene. Are you going to see the old lady they talked about? Yes, we are. Suzu, how do you like the show? It's fine, I guess. Come on. I know it just wasn't fine. You loved the show before you left. Whatever. It's childish and dumb. Things change when you're supposed to grow up. So you're saying I'm childish and dumb by liking to watch it with you? No, you're cool and mature. You live alone in such a cool place. Mature? You must have gotten better at making jokes while attending a private school. Hey, it's true now we're all supposed to grow up. Move on to adult things, like jobs, and taxes, and cars. But life isn't all about that. Maybe for kids it isn't. For adults, too. If we're never allowed to enjoy a cartoon, or jam to a trendy pop idol song that's hip with the kids, we'd be boring. All adults have a little bit of their inner kid with them, Asuka. Uh, don't completely reject those childhood dreams, okay? Even if it's just for me, try your best to travel, explore a park, or even keep a few pet frogs. Don't pretend like you've thrown away all of your interests away just because of whatever happened there, okay? Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am? I might get used to that. Where the heck did you learn that, Suzu? Fine. Thanks, Beto. No problem, Suzu. Let's watch another show. Well, that was sweet. I kind of forgot we just got thrown into the main, just the main screen. Like that was a sweet scene, and I'm glad we got to see the older figure in his life that he looked up to. Iki. I wasn't expecting such a wrinkled face. Okay. She looks so disappointed in him. God, what did you do? Sometimes I wish. He told me his birthday when he still looked after me. It feels empty when he's not here, Miss Connor, and not celebrating it. I do understand where you're coming from, dear, but he rarely celebrated his birthday, even before we separated. He'd much rather celebrate those who made his life grand and beautiful. I sort of remember that he'd gift me miscellaneous presents once in a while. Maybe those days were actually his birthday? It is likely, yes. Even when you were a mere babe, he'd get you splendid new blankets and toys. I remember how fond of you he was. Even back then, he treated me so well, like I was his own. So, why? Why did he have to go? Why did my mother? It's okay, dear. My dear, he lived a life he was happy for. He would not regret a single moment. But he could have been happier. He could have had so many more happy moments. Damn it. He could have. Hana hugged Iki. Iki sobbed into her shoulders. The two enjoyed each other's comfort and embrace, mourning the loss of somebody they both had loved dearly. Well, Connor, you might want to get prepared to mourn for somebody else. Because Iki is not coming back. No, I don't know. No, everyone's going to see the day I'm playing this. No. So who would that be? So at first I thought it was his father because of how they were talking about him. I thought Connor might be Iki's mother, but from the way, well, not from the way that the thing Iki said about him not being his own implies that maybe it was his dad, but he was adopted. Perhaps that would, I guess, make sense. Now, time for Seinosuke scene. Are you gonna have this is the last time I could? Oh, this is Well, I remember talking about the the brace or the bracelet, the neck. No, no, wait. What is it? What is it called when it's on your neck? A bracelet's your wrist. When it's around your neck, it's a necklace, right? I totally remember that. I did not forget it at all. I always knew that it was called a necklace. I would never forget such such prominent piece of jewelry. Anyways, I remember talking about these two beaded necklaces in the last episode. I was like, did they both always wear that? I don't think they did, but yeah, here we're talking about it. Whoa, Kahara! I didn't know you were into jewelry as much as I was. Uh, Please don't misunderstand. I just thought of you when I saw these matching necklaces in the store. So, you've fallen so deeply that I'm always on your mind? Or, maybe you've fallen so deeply that you've broken your bones. Whoa! My beloved Kahara imitation my jokes. Where did you put the real one? I've always enjoyed your jokes, Seinosuke, so I might as well try to join in. Was that a good one? It was absolutely divine. The drama, the hurt. Oh, it was perfect. Just that one thing would make my day. But you always do so much to make every day brighter than the last, huh? You make each day of mine bright already. I couldn't be called a significant other if I didn't return the favor. Thanks, Gara, for everything. Oh, that was shorter than I expected. I didn't think it would end so quickly. I thought we'd learn more about the bracelet necklaces. It's a necklace, not a bracelet. Well, at least that, I guess, quote unquote, officially confirms the two were a couple, even though I don't think that was a doubt in anybody's mind. Like, we all knew they were a thing. Maybe in chapter 1 we figured that out already. Like, it's not that big of a surprise. Let's see. Okay. Okay, here are the chapter 2 character interactions. I'm scared because I'm pretty sure afterwards, it's chapter 3 onwards, so I'm not even going to bother moving. But let's see, who do we have? We have Mauen and Asuka, Asuka and Toshi, Chiyuki and Mauen, Seinosuke and Kolette, Seinosuke and Iki, Ryu and Chiyuki, Kolette and Iki. So we have one Kolette, two Mauen, two Asuka, two Seinosuke, two Iki. So we have two for each of the victims. We have two Chiyuki, we have Ryu and Chiyuki, Mauen and Chiyuki, and we have one Toshi. Actually, no, we have two Kolette. Two Kolette, two Seinosuke, two Asuka, two Mauen, two Chiyuki, one Ryu, two Iki, and one Toshi. And is there anyone else we're missing that just didn't get a single? Obviously, Mayume and Daisuke didn't get any, but that's obvious because, you know, kind of on the floor dead right now. Is there anyone that we're missing? I don't think so. Let's see. Mauen, Asuka, Toshi, Chiyuki, Seinosuke, Kolette, Iki, Ryu, Chiyuki, Hikari. Oh, Kazuyuki doesn't have any character interaction. I wonder if that implies that he's going to make it past the next chapter. Huh. Because Kazuyuki had one in chapter 1 with somebody. Maybe it was someone that I definitely know off the top of my head. It was Daisuke? Yeah, Daisuke and Kazuyuki. And how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so there's 4 here as well. It kind of looks like there's a lot more here for some reason. Maybe just the names are longer. I don't know. But alright, enough yapping from me. Let's get into it. Mauen and Asuka.
Huh. I'm bored as hell. Colette's busy being anxious and shit over the note she got.
So this is right after Hikari gave Kolette the note to meet with her. So this is like day 10 maybe.
None of these games had out me. Ugh.
Oh, you're already here.
Shit, it's a fucking traitor. I'm gonna die.
I'm not.
Oh, we all saw you being buddy with the robot. They hugged you and exposed you being a fucking witch.
And I said it at the time, but why the hell would Dia expose Asuka as a traitor like that? It's the exact same thing happened in chapter 1. Dia attacked Daisuke. Dia saved Daisuke. Dia indirectly makes Daisuke look like the traitor. You all think he's a traitor. Daisuke dies. Dia exposes Asuka's folder. Dia directly makes Asuka look like the traitor. You guys all think Asuka's the traitor. You all extra ex, exercise. You all like trauma the group. Exercise. What is it? Exercise. Exercise. What is what I'm thinking for? What am I thinking? You know what I mean. They all knocked him out of the group. They were like, no, you're not coming here anymore. And then Asuka died. Wow, crazy how that works, isn't it?
Why doesn't anybody listen to me? I don't know shit about what Dia was talking about. Okay, I I I was framed. As if you're just a best itch, and you're just a bitch. I can pummel you. With what aim, huh? You're going to regret being such a fucking prick one of these days. If everybody suspects me now of my bad attitude, think of how everyone will see of you soon. Are you fucking threatening me? I bet your secret is just as bad. Maybe even worse. You can't even you haven't even gotten those muscles for nothing. Are you a criminal? A bully? Who did you beat to death? Uh, I didn't fucking do a thing. Stop assuming shit. And yes, you're assuming shit about me. Shut up. Shut the hell up.
Well, to be fair, you're assuming that she's a murderer because she has muscles. She's assuming that you're the traitor because you checked. You said you're okay with the fun of this killing game, knowing exactly what it was. So I think there's a little bit of a difference, but you know what? That's just me.
Why don't you start? Everybody fucking knows me unlike you.
Looks at my character, listens, he's mountain at the very bottom. Well, that's awkward.
You're gonna die as fucking a traitor, and nobody will miss your sorry ass. I'm cool as hell, and I have a bunch of friends. The Gremlin, Minty, Shortcake. They're gonna stick by me. But you.
Wait, stop calling me Mindy. I hate that name.
God damn it, what's the end of the joke? Cheeky, why would you say that?
The Gremlin. Who's the Gremlin? Oh, that's Kolette, right? I totally remember that. Shortcake gives me a wonder if Asuka says anything about me because she mentioned Shortcake.
Your general up and left you, didn't he? Some kind of fucking friend he is. You never been such a piece of shit. I know I do. The hell, you don't meant to self-reflect in front of me. I'm not gonna risk this shit. I know I'm stupid, reckless, impulsive, whatever you want to call me. I get it. I can't make it up to everyone. It's too late for me, isn't it? Yeah. You just got that, and I'm already got pitchforks in my room ready for you. Come on, get it together. Whatever. You don't understand shit about me, Melon. You just all think I'm a damn traitor, or whatever. It's so stupid. All of this is so stupid. God, don't cry in front of me. I'm not gonna baby you and be all nice to you just because you whine. Maybe cry in front of somebody who actually gives a damn about you. Whatever. You don't understand what it's like, Melon. Being so helpless and weak.
Something tells me that's gonna trigger something.
No, wait a minute. Don't assume even more shit about me. I've been in a helpless place before. I've been fragile and weak and stupid. But I'm stronger now. I'm strong as hell, and you're weak. I'll never be weak again. I understand more than you think I do. I'm not just a dumbass. I can't believe anybody would genuinely enjoy being a rough and tumble jerk. When I look at you, I'm just reminded of exactly what I don't want to be. Oh, fuck you. I'm great. Just because you hate being a shithead doesn't mean everyone hates it. Being confident, not able to take anybody's shit, is what I want. It's a fucking paradise compared to being a pathetic runt. But what about people being scared of you?
I think people are scared of you, Asuka, to be honest. Well, they definitely are scared of you right now.
What about people hating you? They can hate me if they want. Be scared. I don't give a damn. I like how much of a honest bitch I am. That's all that matters. I don't get you. I don't want you to get me. God, you're pathetic. I wish people like you would just die.
Well, that is a bit of a dramatic reach, I will say. I don't think Mama needs to die because of that, but that's just me.
Right back at you, fucking traitor. God, I hate them so much. They're so whiny. I hate whiny ass pieces of shit. They act so tough, but they're nothing but a pest. I never wanted to be as weak as they are.
Is that it? Hang on, it definitely is it because it faded away. Okay, we always go back to the start. As a God, Preston was my button that I needed to. How dare this game make me do something like that? Ugh. I do sort of agree with Mountain that I just usually just don't really care what people think of me. Maybe to an unhealthy degree, but I feel like it's just better to live your life with not really caring what the hell people think of you. To a certain degree, like if you murder someone and you're like, I don't care what people think of me, even if I murder someone, their opinions go away. Obviously, no, obviously not. And Oscar, I don't think we need to be killing people just because you don't like how they live their life. I don't think wishing they're dead is not the best thing to do, honestly. Maybe let's not do that. But I also agree with Asuka in a certain extent with wanting people not be scared of you and like you. So it's like I understand both of their sides. Asuka and Toshi, let's cry. Maybe it's when they met. Oh no, we're in the library, not their room. Okay.
Asuka, look over here. What does Toshi want this time? He always manages to surprise me with something great. What is it, Tosh?
We're not throwing out the nicknames right after you're already dead. What is this, Tosh? When did Tosh come a thing?
Another warrior mission for the two of us? No, look! There's some fairy tales. Rapunzel, Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, Jack and the Beanstalk, Princess and the Pea, Princess and the Frog. Princess and the Frog? Really? I see you like that one, my warrior. No, I don't. Fuck you. Fairy tales are lame and shit. There is no need to fear, dear warrior. General is not judge. In fact, I have a dear love of fairy tales as well. Hey, you do? Do you see the dragon on my scarf? Of course I do. I love every single fairy tale and myth with a dragon in it. You do love that scarf, don't you? Of course I do. Sometimes I'd imagine even being a dragon, fierce, protective, fire-breathing, the perfect guardian.
What happens if it can't breathe fire? What if it's like a water dragon? What then? Is it just a waste to spawn?
Meeting a dragon? Don't pretend like you haven't daydreamed about kissing frogs until you find your perfect soulmate.
I would bet money that Asuka probably doesn't do that.
I haven't that much. I only did it when I was a kid, though. Don't laugh. I bet you did some embarrassing shit when you were a kid. No, your warrior hair is flawless. Bullshit. Fine. I might have done a few embarrassing things. Name them. I stole candy from a store once.
Honestly, that is much more than I could ever do. I would never have the guts to steal something from anywhere. I'm too much of a coward to do anything like that. I could never. Just the stress and the anxiety would be too much. I would end everything.
You're a damn criminal scum. No, you can't blame me. The candy was too sweet. Guess it shouldn't surprise me when somebody as fucking sweet as you wants some extra sugar. Is that supposed to be a compliment, or is that what you're going to write on the police report you make for me? No, dipshit. I won't tell anybody. You better not. I need to keep my reputation, obviously.
You called him Tosh? You kept that a secret? That's so funny.
Why do you not keep up your reputation around me? Because I can trust you. Duh. Back at my old school, well, everything went badly. Everyone wanted to climb their way to the top. They didn't care who you had to step on. but the way you climb to the top is different. It's better. Way fucking better. You're surprisingly honest. Surprisingly? Am I really that bad? No, of course not. I just mean you're kind of an interesting person to be around. You're a good warrior, Asuka. Your interest, honestly, is wonderful. Thanks. I guess I'm going to ignore the interesting part and just take it as a compliment. Can I tell you a secret? Please don't judge me. Yeah, of course. I never judge you. I used to be kind of like you, I think. Empathetic.
Well, I mean, aren't you like 16? What do you mean used to when you were 12? I don't think it's that big of a deal if you were like, I was 12 and I hated the world. Okay, well, that's a bit much.
Well, that's a bit much. I thought the world was cruel and villainous and not worth saving. Toshi. But people like you and my mentor taught me differently. He taught me people could smile and could help and could aspire. And you taught me people are complex. People can change. How the hell did I teach that? Well, I kind of hated you at the beginning. It's okay, I did not need to hear that. I've seen how you want to be better sometimes. You might go rude and cruel, but you're a good person, Asuka. You're a person that I love, that I want to cherish, that I want to inspire and help like warriors do. You struggled, but you have a heart. You can be better than this. I am not all that great, Toshi. I mean, I thought start this killing game. Wait, what did you do? Shit, no, nothing, don't mind me. I'm a crappy person, a jerk, a threat to everybody. You know this. But you're still putting in the effort, I see. I see that. Ugh. You're not as bad as you think you are, Asuka. You're wrong. Your general is never wrong. Don't you know that by now? I'm right, no matter what the circumstances. Piece of shit. Maybe you're a piece of shit for not believing me. Did you just swear? Yeah, I'm becoming a bad bitch now. Maybe yours is a bad influence. You? Me? Thanks, Tosh. Thank you, Asuka. I don't know why he thinks so highly of me. I don't know why he's my friend, or why he tolerates me so much, but I appreciate it more than he knows. You're a wonderful warrior, Toshi. The most powerful warrior you can be. I never want to leave your side.
So was that implying romantic interest there? I'm kind of confused because this whole time I've been kind of thinking of them as just friends. Like, obviously, I always thought Seisuke and Iki as a couple. And actually, I think they were the only ones I saw as couples. I just didn't see Toshi and Asuka as that close, to be honest. I just saw them as really good friends for the entire game. But now Toshi is blushing around him, them crying, and it's like, okay, well, we're like that. I see. I mean, Asuka they didn't bring out the Toshi nickname at all throughout the entire time they were alive. So I don't know. It's like, okay, I see what it's like behind closed doors. All right, Shuki and Mauen.
Jerry, I have a question.
Minty, where'd you come from?
I have been here for 7 minutes. What have you been doing? And I've kind of just realized our jackets are kind of the same color, and yours is just longer, isn't it?
Yeah, her jacket is like kind of the exact same as Shuki, except it's just longer. Oh, interesting.
I've just been washing some clothes. Not that much.
Why you acting as if I've caught you in a compromising situation?
I'm not compromised. You're compromised.
I don't think you know what that means.
What? Whatever. What's your question?
Let's see. I was wondering if you knew how to dance.
No, I fucking don't. Did you talk to that ginger prick?
Me?
That piece of shit. Whatever he tells you, just don't freaking listen. You got me?
But you do know how to dance pretty well, do you not?
Whatever. I guess I do. Yeah. But I'm not gonna ever do it ever again. Got that?
I do apologize. Is it a sensitive subject, is it not? I should not have asked.
It's whatever. I'm just thinking about back then. I don't want to be a perfect fucking little ballerina. I don't want to be a fucking princess. I'm better than that. I'm the fucking best. I'm horrifying, and nobody should mess with me. Damn it.
Horrifying.
Why are you saying that like a shitty question?
Because it is. I do not understand why you wish to frighten others. As a mod that guides the light, I pride myself on being approachable and kind. It would cause immense guilt if I were to frighten another.
You don't get the shit, Minty. It's all about street cred. I don't need that validation from others. I learned to go past that pathetic need. I mean, yeah, getting complimented from others is nice for most people, but using that as your only form of self-love, it's so damn pathetic.
I'm pathetic.
No, I didn't mean like that. Crap. You're fine. More than fine. You're, sis.
Okay, I'm gonna go kill myself now. Bye, and write a dying message. It's your fault. Bye. Scream, Moan. Oh wow, that was just a funny little joke. Ignore the rope in my hands. I'm giving it to Seinosuke for safekeeping. I'm sure he'll do nothing wrong with it. I'm quite hilarious. Am I not? I'm not pathetic. No, I'm pathetic. I am fine.
What? Uh, Minty, you're kind of scaring me right now, and you kind of said 5 minutes ago that you don't want to do that, so please stop doing that. No, please. You're confusing the hell out of me, Minty.
You confuse me, Cherry. I'm mysterious and charming. It is part of my allure as much.
You acting like that gremlin now?
You are fond of her, are you not?
No, I'm fucking not. I hate her. I wish she would stay dead in the ground for 100 coming years.
You spending so much time with her suggests otherwise. Oh, maybe you can learn a thing or two about being horrified from her.
You. I hate you.
I'm glad we managed to stray from that topic. I almost let myself slip there. Stay positive, Chuki. Always stay positive. Never break down in front of everyone and have a panic attack and make your eyes go all swirly and scary. You never do that. Stay genuine and stay positive. If you cannot do that, you are not worth anything. You will be a curse upon others. Just like you are a curse upon Daisuke.
So everyone in this game is just gay. That's all I'm going to tell myself. Now Mountain is blushing. It's like, okay, just my base assumption that everyone is in a relationship with each other. And everyone's just gay. Like that's the base presumption I should just have at this point. That's what I'm thinking with all the characters here. And I will say, maybe that was the first interaction where I was actually kind of like wary of Chuki. Maybe it's because we already knew what happened at the end of the chapter 2 trial. But that interaction between Chuki and Mountain, even though I said before, and I feel like that would have been the one that would maybe like be like, huh, Chuki, are we okay? What's going on? Everything okay? Like, is everything okay? Hey, you doing okay? Everything great? But no, that just seeing how she switched up on Mountain like that would have scared me. Like if I was Mountain, I would be telling people like, guys, I think Shiki might be losing it. I think we should look after her for the sake of it. But anyway, say this again, Colette. We get to do the fun voices. Hey, Wildcat. Traitor. hell? What does this mortal being have to offer me this very day? Just my soul, and my life, and my internal services, and... Slow down. I need to write this down, God. I need pen and paper. Do you think my master just knows everything? Come on now, we need to slow down and do this the proper way. I can only bear so much of a single mortal, you know. I may be all-powerful, but I am not greedy. Oh, but great goddess, why don't you want all of me? Damn, am I not good enough? I thought we were meant to be free. Our souls were fated, even destined to meet Eos. But my soul was not destined to possess Eos. There is much to strive for your soul to still conquer in this life. Oh, how so? Like the fact I have yet to die? Or have yet to find a partner despite my marvelous remarks? Not quite. Then elucidate. Oh dear divine, tell me what I need to do. Your lack of care towards your own life is something you must overcome. Only then do I seek your livelihood. I'm so confused. I thought we joked about that on a normal basis. Why the sudden change? Yeah. I thought about what Hikari said, and she's right. We shouldn't play around with our lives so much in a killing game. Well, I'm sure nothing will happen to me. We might die tomorrow. We might die tonight, even. I know we like to joke about this stuff, probably to cope or whatever, but is it really the best method? I get it. You don't want to hear those jokes from me anymore. Not to worry, Wildcat. I'll make those in private now. That's not what I meant, you stupid. I don't want you thinking that your life is meaningless. Come on. Then, what did you mean? And what do you mean making jokes to yourself? Do you just make yourself laugh and think of killing yourself? And does that make you laugh? What, Mr. Seinosuke, is everything okay? I meant that. I don't want to do those jokes at all anymore. I understand it may be easier for you this way, but in the long run... In the long run? What a funny joke. We both know we're going to die. Why waste time finding a healthy way to deal with it all? You're hilarious, Wildcat. I might kill tomorrow. I might get killed tomorrow. But you think it's so easy to change myself like that? You know what I want most, don't you, Kolette? The death. Not just that. A memorable death. An exciting death. A death with some charm to it. If that's the only way I'll make sense of the world, then I want to end it that way. But you're important to so many people, Seinosuke. Like Iki and Hikari and Tsubaki and... I appreciate the thoughts. But you all knew me for such a little time. You can't possibly care that much. Well, why don't you try and live, and then we can spend a long time with you, and then we will actually care, quote unquote, that much, even though I disagree, because I feel like in this situation, you would get attached to people a lot more quickly than you in real life, because considering these are the last people you see alive, and you're stuck with them 24/7, unlike in real life where you can usually get away somehow. I feel like people can get very attached to people in this kind of situation very quickly in a very short amount of time. I do. I really do. Don't say that, Wildcat. Also, it depends on what this was. I think this was the night of day 9 when Hikari told Kolette and Seinosuke that I shouldn't be making jokes like that anymore. So I wonder when this is. If this was just later that same night, then it's fair game. But I'm pretty sure Seinosuke got the information he received about him and Iki the morning of day 10. So, I'm not sure. I feel like Seinosuke might know at this point that he knew Iki for a while. Why can't I say the truth? A divine isn't supposed to be so generous and honest to mortals. True divine is loyal to their subjects and provides them with the greatest care and the greatest treasures. A divine is supposed to reign. Divine is supposed to love. I should apologize. I shouldn't push. I know you're still working through all this, and it's harder than it looks to stop making those jokes. You're divine, Colette. Absolutely divine. You may not like yourself either, but you should. You really should. You know, advice from a hypocrite isn't exactly convincing. How did you? I mean, we make the exact same jokes and we have a very similar personality, so I'm pretty sure assuming our mindsets are pretty similar is a pretty safe guess. I'm not the only one who puts on an act. We can recognize one another. I guess we can. Thank you, Wildcat. Thank you, Seinosuke. We're the same, in a sense. Funny is that we both run away. We both hide in the extravagance of it all. I'm just like him. And hopefully you don't end up like him, and I hope you can get out of this game, Kolette. You know, I just now realized that there's only 7 interactions and not 8. For some reason earlier I just failed at doing basic counting and counted 8 interactions here, even though there's only 7, so that is an interesting thing that I did. But moving on from my idiocy, let's go on to Seinosuke and Iki, and I will definitely not cry at all. Kara! Oh, Kara! Oh my god, hey, Fuki, hello. Seinosuke, what is it? Just thinking about you, like all the time. What are you thinking about? If you have any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer. Well, Iki, would you like to, wish me? Thinking about us being together forever, until death does us part on this death game. Ah, I see. That's your reaction? You don't want to be one with me. You don't want to fuse into a being and get sick of each other and divorce. What makes you think I get sick of you? Also, something interesting that I just thought of right now is that in the previous interaction, Seinosuke said that we can't care about him that much because we knew him for a short amount of time, and he only knew Iki for 6 months, and obviously 6 months is a hell of a lot. It's a hell of a lot longer than 10 days, obviously. But I do think in the grand scheme of things, even when you're not in a killing game, which is normal, I feel like 6 months isn't that much of a time to get to know a person. Like, most people wouldn't be that close to somebody they knew for only 6 months. So part of me wonders how much he truly believes in that philosophy that how close can you really be to someone if you don't know them for that long? It's just an interesting thing I thought of, like, oh, I wonder how much he truly believes in that, or if he's trying to deny the fact that the people here in here actually care about him. Seinosuke, what are you actually feeling? Not that I'll ever know because you're dead now, but... Everyone gets sick of my jokes eventually. Just a fact of life, I apologize, but I must disagree. I don't think I would ever get sick of them. That's sweet, Kahara, but even you would find them old after some time. I mean, that's just the same thing of any joke. Question back, what are we talking about? Because if you just say the same joke over and over and over and over again, even if it has nothing to do with death and gory, people are going to get sick of it eventually. If you keep reading the same joke over and 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 over, you're going to get sick of it eventually. Like, shut up, dude. Hold. So you turned to dust yet? Wait, what? Was that Geo? Yes. How was it? It was dreadful. Not the best, but not bad. Could use a little more spice and tragedy. Like, I don't see you turn the dust yet, but I guess if you do, I'll scoop you up and keep you forever. You would keep me forever? I certainly would. I mean, what else would I do? But again, Gahara, my jokes get old pretty quickly. You might find them funny at the beginning, but if we knew each other longer, even for a couple months, You'd get sick of him. Sure, you won't be the same as everybody else.
If I can't appreciate your humor, then maybe we're just not right for each other.
Eh? Does that mean I'm not right for the human race, Kahara?
Not everyone is gonna like your jokes. That's true. Some might even despise them, but there's an equal amount of people who love them. I hope I can remain as one of those people. And even if I may get a little tired of the jokes sometimes, maybe it's not about you. Maybe I'm just having a hard day. It's all about communication and talking to one another. You deserve to feel appreciated too.
You're awfully sweet, Kahara.
You better not try to eat me up.
Oh, well, he's gonna eat you up, but I'm not sure that's what you're thinking about. Oh, I wouldn't dare. I'm about to reach you onto that one, a dessert like you is priceless.
Priceless. You must be the most expensive treasure in the world.
Treasure? I might be a gold doubloon, but you're a diamond.
You know, I just came here to be traumatized about the death of Daisuke, but Jesus Christ, now I'm just walking to people making having love. Okay, that's fine, guys. You just do that. God, they've gone crazy. You're such a fun to be around, Seinosuke. I do wish we met in better circumstances. I do imagine we'd be quite good friends.
Eh? I don't mind the circumstances, as long as I got to meet you, Kahara.
May I ask why you call me Kahara?
I'm glad that you, well, after you died, you finally bring it up. I'm glad you're talking about it, because I wasn't going to think about it, and I wasn't going to ask anything about it. I thought Kahara, when I first had it, was like something, a reference to a game I didn't get, but obviously, your surname is Chihara. Oh. Oh. Your name is Iki, so it's the last 2 letters of Iki and the last 4 letters of Chihara. Huh. I really should have realized that sooner, you know. I only realized that, well, I'm sure he's about to say it, and he's going to be equally shocked that Iki didn't find out, considering he's a detective. But don't worry, Iki, the two of us are very stupid. Combo of your first and last name. The Ki in Iki, and the Hara in Chihara.
Ah, I see. I did not get that at first, I must admit. How creative.
I don't think it's creative. I just think we're just mentally challenged. You give me too much credit.
Oh, I enjoy it. I really do. What if your nickname was Seigarashi?
Well, that is just a mouthful. Seigarashi. What about why? Seinosuke and Igarashi. I mean, Seigarashi is like, obviously you're doing the same thing as what Seinosuke did, but Kahara just rolled off the tongue way better than Seigarashi. Yeah, exactly. Doesn't roll off the tongue too well. I'd prefer Seino or Seinosuke, if you don't mind.
I see. Then it will be done.
You know, Kahara, not to be snappy, but you're the first person to make me feel supported. It's silly, I know, but
Your emotions aren't silly. They're completely valid. And you make me feel supported too, Seinosuke. You're not as bad as you think you are.
thanks, Kahara. Kahara, I appreciate you. You may look like the night, but you're as radiant as the sun. Jenna. That was a sweet interaction between the two. It was nice to see. I guess that was the closure between the two of them, considering that's presumably the last time we're going to see the two of these characters ever speak. The same goes for Asuka. Their one was up here with Toshi. But yeah, that's the last time we're ever going to see Sensei and Iki ever talk again. Wait, Iki's going to talk with Kolette down here, I lied. But Sensei, you're gone. You're out of the show. Bye-bye. But yeah, I really enjoyed this final interaction between the two. And I'm actually... We've got the origins of the nickname Kahara. I never brought it up, but I realized I really should have realized it sooner. But yeah, I realized it right when Iki pondered about it, and right when he made me actually think about the nickname, it was like, oh yeah, it's quite obvious, Iki Chara, right. But anyway, let's start with Ryu and Chiyuki. Hey Chiyuki, gonna have a breakdown this time. In front of Ryu has a knife. I wonder if Ryu's gonna pull out a knife on her.
Ryu, I must inquire something of you.
Yes?
What's your relationship with Mayumi like?
Well, I've just assumed that everyone here is in a relationship with each other. I know I said gay relationship, but I'm pretty sure Ryu might be the only person here who is straight. Then again, Mayume seemed to like Tsubaki, so I think I just might be wrong about that. And like everyone in this game is gay. Let's just put it on that Chiyuki. Don't think about it any further. Ryu, they were just friends.
Excuse me while I throw up. Please don't mention her in front of me.
So please, I must know. I need to write the fanfiction, Ryu. The fanfiction. Think about the fans.
Why do you care? Are you gonna find out how to use me too?
Not at all. I simply wish to comfort you, right? Regarding her death. If I understood her motivations correctly, she killed for a loved one, yes?
A loved one.
Well, she must have been in a difficult situation, one filled to the brink with eternal strife. A few strange souls, or loved ones dear to her heart. It is a conundrum, is it not?
That doesn't excuse her actions.
I am not saying that. I am saying that you must consider it from her perspective as well.
What? What do you mean? Well, she means. Oh, wait. Wait. What does she mean? Oh, from her perspective. Yeah. Well, she killed for. I don't remember her name. The girl with the black hair. She obviously killed for her. I don't blame her for caring about someone she knew about before this game, over the people who lived here. And I'm pretty sure we didn't know that people would die if we lost the trial. So from Mayume's point of view, if all she did was kill someone, she could save the person she cared about most. And obviously, kill someone, a big ass. She knew that at least one person had to die. But I could see her thinking that, considering how much Daisuke has appeared to be fallen off and seemed to be a terrible person, I could see how she rationalized to herself that him being gone would be worth it if she could not only if she could save the person again about what she most about. Then again, considering how her treat is the truth of crystals, I already said that she might not be close to her, and she obviously said that they weren't even on speaking terms anymore. They lost contact, but she still cared about her as much as the others, and other people caused her to lose her purity. Is that what I don't think that's what she said, but she lost her. She lost what Mayumi loved about her because of the influence of others, and how they were a bad influence. So I'm not sure if they were even that close, or if it was just her delusions that thought they were close. And I'm just trusting this all from Mayumi's perspective. From the scene, from her extra scene, it seems that they did have a genuine friendship at some point. But apparently, can't help but wondering if her truth of crystals is that she can only see something from a perfect view, and what her if her views are ever shattered, the fragility of them could cause her to break. Like that's what I fear about her. So I don't even know if I can even trust if she actually did care about Tsukiko, or if it was just her delusions and a very bad obsession with her caused her to snap like that. It's hard because I understand trying to kill someone you loved, but I don't know if she actually even cared about her, or if it was just a false obsession. It's just it's difficult with Mayumi.
Your loved ones.
My mom's.
Yes, your mother, you fucking stupid little. Did you not feel terrified for them? Like you may do anything to get them to safety?
Kind of. Well, this is not like okay. So here's the horrible way I would try to rationalize it to myself, so that I wouldn't kill someone. Is that the motive showed them being hurt, so uh, whatever happened already happened. So me escaping isn't going to change that fact. So I should try and survive with everyone else, and then I can find out whatever horrible thing happened to them after I already get out, instead of murder them. It's like, okay, even if I get out, there's nothing I can do to change it. Don't murder, don't murder. If you murder, you're going to get executed because you're not smart enough to get away to murder. Do not kill someone. Do not kill someone. They want you to live. And then I lose my mind, and then I probably kill someone anyway. Oh no.
That feeling, coupled with the stress of others, depending on her, made her act out. What she did is not your doing, but you did not do well by her either.
I, I didn't do well by her. She was a murderer.
Did you even ask her how she felt? She was the victim, you. Do you not care about the feelings of a murderer? How she was handling the situation? The turmoils within.
It's not Reeve's fault that Mayume broke and committed a murder, Chiyuki. No.
So this is all your fault, Ryu. If you had actually been a good person and helped her, Mayume wouldn't have chosen to kill someone. This is all your fault, Ryu. There's going Mayume about death because of you. It is all your fault, not Diaz, not Mayume's, not Daisuke's, not Hikari's, not anyone in this building but yours. And in a few days, guess what?
What?
3 people are going to die. It's going to be all your fault as well, even though you were completely unrelated to the murder. What is it? No. Nobody did such a thing. Not even I. So it is all our fault, Ryu. It is everyone but Mayume's fault that she committed murder. Don't you see? It is even Daisuke's fault that she committed murder. She killed him. I regret not noticing her inner trepidation much sooner. If any of us had reached out, she may not have committed an atrocious act.
That doesn't excuse it. That doesn't give her a reason to.
It does not.
And why are you saying all of this?
To ease your mind. Do not feel motivated by her betrayal. Be motivated by whom she was, whom she wanted to be. Remember your kind moments together, rather than our last moments. Live with hope and faith and optimism, not distrust and paranoia.
I think this is good advice in general, but I will say, with the dead eye sprite and you kind of switching up, it's kind of scary, and I kind of don't want to take your advice just because I feel like you can murder someone at any moment with those facial expressions. Like if looks could kill, Ryu wouldn't be escaping this kitchen alive. You can't tell me what to do.
I cannot, but please, keep it in mind.
Whatever. Just leave me alone. Now, I mean, Ryu knew Mayume. Well, if I'm right with my theory that all the people who woke up together knew each other from before the killing game, Ryu and Mayume knew each other within the last 6 months. However, from Ryu's state of mind right now, he only knew Mayume for 5 days, and within those 5 days, she murdered someone. So like, if you knew someone for 5 days and within those 5 days they killed someone, like, I think you're going to remember the murder. And like, how much good times did you have over the course of 5 days? Like, the murder's going to overshadow most of it, I do fear. Like, come on.
I understand. But if you ever need a mod to guide you to the light, you know whom to ask.
She doesn't know anything. Naomi was a terrible person, through and through. I never enjoyed my moments with her. I never. Yeah, I mean, like, we don't have to lie to ourselves. You can say that you enjoyed watching the horror movies with her, because you clearly did. Because if you didn't enjoy any of your moments with her, you would have felt so betrayed by her. Like, obviously, everyone was a bit like, Miami, what the hell? But Ryu was clearly taking it the worst. So it's fine to admit that you did enjoy your moments, and it's fine to criticize her for, commission murder. And Shuki kind of worries me, because obviously we've seen her break at the end of chapter 2, so obviously a lot of what I say might be moot. But clearly, I fear that she might be spreading toxic positivity to the group, because I feel like we should be aware that a murder could happen, and we should be healthy. We should have a healthy level of caution with the rest of the group. Like, we shouldn't just be like,
Hope, love, trust everybody, nothing can be wrong.
and we should reflect on why Mayumi killed and how she killed and how we can prevent it from the future, and be aware that there can be a killer. Like, I don't think we should. I don't think we should ignore the fact that Mayumi murdered someone and just think about all the good moments we had with her. I don't think that's a fair thing to say to Ryu, considering he was the closest to her, and he should be allowed to cope with it however he wants. But anyway, let's get to the last interaction between Kolette and Iki, which I would say is a very interesting interaction to leave for last. Kolette and Iki, they didn't really interact much, aside from the fact they had a common friend in Seinosuke. They were like the closest person each other had, except for Kolette might have been closest to Mom, but you know what? Kolette and Seinosuke and Iki, they were both like prominent parents. Horror novels. None of these shall compare to my tales of terror. But I suppose they may as well provide some much-needed entertainment. Let's see. A haunted house? Alternate reality game style book? Sounds fun. An alternate reality game style book? It's foreshadowing for my theory. Ignore the haunted house. It's all. Wait. A haunted house, alternate reality game style book. Haunted house. If this mansion is a haunted house, alternate reality game style book, we're living in alternate realities. What am I saying, guys? Come on. Like, it's just theory confirmed. Every day we're sent to an alternate reality. Boom. Sounds fun. Oh, I proclaim this book as mine, and only mine, forevermore. But what if I wanted to read it? Oh God. Oh, Iki. Didn't you there? You snuck up on the feline of fables. What is this treachery? Am I really that unnoticeable? Well, what can I say? With bright pink hair, who could see you? No, it's just... You're kinda quiet. You'd be a good zombie or ghost. I see. Oh, but if you don't even want to be a ghost, you can be a demon alongside me. A servant to the Queen of Hell herself. Oh. I appreciate the offer, but I have much to stand out for. Like what? Well, I have my older friend Nakata. Why are you specifying that she's older? I don't think it's weird to have friends who are older than you. I feel like an older specification is an interesting to say. Is there a reason why you had to specify that she's older? My job and okay, I admit I don't have much waiting for me inside. Take me, Kolette, gladly. Oh. Wait, it actually kind of sucked. You're kind of a loser. You don't have any dreams? Any other friends or family? I dream of self-improvement, but otherwise, my life is kind of empty. I go where I'm needed, I suppose. You need a lesson from Kolette LaRue, the Inquirer of Dreams, then. Hey? I thought you were the feline of fables. That title has been demolished. Welcome the new me. I have as many titles as there are stars in the sky. But what do you mean by lesson? Am I doing something wrong? No, not exactly. It's just, I get the feeling of not having much to fight for in life. The kind of feeling of kind of just drifting kind of by. You do? But you always seem so focused and passionate. In the millennia divinities such as I exist, there is much to change and grow from. I was not always the god as you see before you. But Seriously, I've been there. Before I made my gang back home, I was in a lot of trouble. And I just realized I can relate to each other because Iki also had a few delinquent years where he broke people's bones, which is a very interesting thing to specify and bring up out of nowhere. I feel bad for Asuka just hearing that. Oh wait, that was in the motive rule. I thought that was in their actual interaction, but they didn't have an interaction. I was in when I was in Iki's last moments, but I wonder if Iki will bring up that up here again. I don't really want to talk about it in detail. I prefer to forget about it, but I broke some people's bones.
My God, we can be broken bones buddies. Let's get together.
I've made my mistakes. I've done stuff I regret now.
That's the same for me. I constantly look back on my past, and I hate who I used to be. I hate the pieces that are still present now.
Well, as a feline, I remain curious. Mind elucidation?
Well, yes, I'll just tell everything about my past, but you don't tell me anything about yours. That's not something I will do. I guess not. If you look hard enough on news sites, you can find me anyways. I broke into a student's neck once after school. My mom had to pay to help cover the cost of surgery and the care. The student couldn't walk for months after that. Everybody avoided me.
Well, I feel like it was they were rightfully a little bit afraid of you if you broke somebody's leg.
And I started rumors about students being involved in inappropriate activities, them taking illegal substances. I even damaged school property on multiple instances, and broke a teacher's jaw once. I was lucky to not be sent to a juvenile training school. Instead, I was placed under heavy supervision.
You did all that? Well, now I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of a little bit. I feel like I should be going to a different room. Like, should I go grab a spear from the storage room for no particular reason? The sweet detective? Come on.
I did. I hope to be better now, but I constantly look back on my past and wonder if I really changed.
I mean, you didn't break anybody's bones in the 10 days you've been there, so I think that's an improvement, if nothing else. You did change. Trust me. I mean, I didn't expect to feel that huge wave of terror I just experienced, so if I didn't expect it, you must have changed. Haha.
But I still feel anger inside me, Kolette. I still feel frustrated with everyone. I feel myself thinking of rash, hateful thoughts about everyone.
What do you think about me?
I initially thought of you as delusional, mentally unstable, but you're not. I know that. You're kind. You're one of the kindest people I've ever met. I'm sorry for ever thinking of you that way.
It's not the first time. You really don't have to apologize. But you do know what intrusive thoughts are, right?
I do, but those don't apply to me. They're not intrusive. They're real and cruel.
Do you immediately regret them? Do you know better than to do them?
Yes.
Then they're intrusive. They're not you. I see a person who's trying their best to be better. I see a sweet, smart boy who reaches out to others, who makes wonderful art, who goes on dates with a silly ginger. It's just silly ginger. They're gonna die in 2 days before they died or whenever they died. Kolette said Iki dated a silly ginger. That's hilarious. I don't see a delinquent who breaks bones or spreads rumors or hurts others.
You really think that about me?
I do. I know we haven't talked as much as we should, Iki. But trust me when I say you're a wonderful mortal with a bright soul. And even if you haven't completely changed, you're trying your best, and that's better than a lot of people do. Thank you. That means a lot. No problemo, bestie.
But on the other hand, using Sanskrit annihilation?
Yes?
Hey, I mean, he certainly does make me happy, but
You're blushing. I mean, he wasn't, but now he definitely is going to be blushing.
Kolette, shut up.
I should go tell him he has a suitor.
Don't do that, please. I'll do anything. I'll break Carrie's bones for you. Excuse me?
Anything you say.
Yes, just don't tell him anything. I beg of you.
Then carry my books for me. I've got a lot of horror to look through.
Right.
Onwards, my new demon servant.
What did I get myself into?
A keeper proceeded to carry my books that I ran through the library. He's surprisingly strong, despite looking scrawny. But I hope he finds faith in himself soon. Yeah, I don't think he'll ever get the opportunity to do that, unfortunately. System. To the main menu. Oh, and that is the end of the Chapter 2 bonus content, I believe. There could be more Chapter 2 interactions on the next slide of characters, but I am too scared to click on them because I feel like that could be Chapter 3, and I could get spoiled on who dies. Well, I wouldn't get spoiled on who dies because I already know who's in Chapter 3, so even if I saw the interactions, I wouldn't be able to definitively tell who dies, but if, for example, one character just didn't have any interactions for some reason, then it'd be pretty obvious that they make it through the chapter, then I know they don't die, so yeah. I'm not going to look at them, because if they are Chapter 3 interactions, I'm going to be sad. I would say, I feel like Iki, Seinosuke, and Kolette might be my maybe not favorite, but I really enjoy the chemistry between the three of them because there are so many similarities, but they're also so different people. Like Seinosuke and Kolette seem to be very similar people, but Iki just talks about murder, but Kolette is more like whimsical about it, and Kolette had a bad history, Iki had a bad history. Like there's so many similarities between the two, but they all handle it very differently. Like Kolette and Seinosuke both have the feeling of not wanting to live. But Colette tries to help others, while Seinosuke just jokes about how he feels, and Iki is kind of adapted to Seinosuke's joking, and similarly between Iki and Colette, they both try to help people as best as they can. Iki is more serious and more maybe not cowardly or weak, but if he thinks he hurt someone's feelings, he'll actually feel bad about it. He'll really show that, and he'll do anything to help. While Colette is more fables. You know, she will apologize if she has done something wrong. But I just really enjoy the chemistry between the three of them. And now that Sales and Nikki are dead, I'm really curious to see on how Colette will handle the loss of those two. Because out of the three of those, she's the only one who's making it to chapter 3. And while she does have Mauen, I think it'd just be very interesting to see how she reacts after losing those two people who, even with Mauen, I feel like those two she could relate to very heavily. Seinosuke with the feeling of not wanting to live, and Iki with the feeling of making a lot of mistakes in the past and wanting to fix them. I just, now the two of them gone, I'm not sure who she really can relate to on that front. And with that said, I guess I should give my prediction before we head into chapter 3. I still do have that alternate reality traveling every day in the magic thing. I feel like that'd be very interesting. Well, maybe not interesting, but I feel like it makes maybe not okay. Maybe it doesn't make sense. Okay, it might not be interesting and it might not make sense, but hear me out. I just like being right. I feel like a haunted house, an alternate reality game style, like that is quite literally fits exactly into what I was saying. What are the chances that that's the type of genre book that the creator just added for laughs? I feel like it could be there's a solid chance that could be foreshadowing, but maybe I'm just being delusional because I came up with a theory back in chapter 1 and yeah. And I want to give my predictions for who's gonna die in chapter 3 already before we head into it. I could do it tomorrow, but I just want to go straight into it, so I'll give them now. right now the gender balance is quite uneven. So if I'm gonna, that's probably if I want to look at the meta like that, I could guess who's gonna die. Cause there's 3 men: Kazuki, Ryu, and Toshi. And there's 6 women in. Okay, let's hope I can get it all right. Because whenever I've done a little motion along this, I always forget one person. Okay, we have 6 women. We have Hikari, we have Kolette, Chiyuki, Fuyuka, Tsubaki, and Mauen. Yeah, that's all 6 who are left. Obviously, like, the gender doesn't have to be balanced. Like, we don't have to have like 2 males and 2 females surviving. Like, that obviously doesn't have, like, there's no criteria saying you have to do that. But I feel like it'd be weird heading into chapter. I feel like with like 3 guys dying in a row, even though Asuka is like non-binary, you know what I mean. Like, one non-binary, 2 men and a woman gone. I feel like right now with there only being 3 men left, it's likely a woman is going to be the next person to die. So with that said, looking at the women, and also if we just look at the men left, I feel like the most likely to die out of the men is Ryu. We have Kazuki and Toshi, who are clearly very heavily affected by the current events. Kazuki changing his mindset at the end of chapter 2 trial and thinking trying to get closer to people might actually be maybe even though he's not fully convinced, he thinks it's something that he should be considering more heavily. And with the death of Iki, he's clearly been thinking about more things. And with the reveal that he helped murder his sister and remembering that and realizing the memories lost, I feel like he's just been heavily affected. Toshi just lost Asuka, and clearly that that affected him a lot during the trial. One of my episodes was called Fixing Toshi. Clearly stuff happened to him. I doubt he's gonna die next. And then we have Ryu, who lost Mayume in chapter 1, kind of lost it, had a weapon for self-defense, but then he got closer to Hikari. We investigated with him, and like, I feel like there's a lot more potential for him. I feel like they don't want him to die in the next chapter, especially with the revelation at the end of the chapter 2 trial that Ryu tried to poison Hikari. What I do fear is that, considering that Hikari trusts Daisuke, Daisuke dies. Hikari trusts Asuka, starts to distrust them as the traitor. Asuka dies. Hikari trusts Ryu in the investigation. Fuyuka convinces Harry to distrust Ryu. Ryu dies. There is a pattern going on, and I have noticed it, that there are people that Hikari trusts, tends to distrust, then maybe trust again, but maybe she doesn't distrust them again, and then they die. First it was Daisuke, then it was Asuka, and now it could be Toshi in chapter 3. That is a possibility, but I do feel like they want to do more with Ryu. That's just my gut feeling telling me. Although my gut feeling also told me that Asuka gave Survivor vibes, and we saw how that went, so good job me. And then we have the women. Hikari is the main character. I don't think she's gonna die in chapter 3, so we can rule her out. We have Chiyuki, Fuyuka, Mauen, Kolette, and Tsubaki. God, I just realized I kind of like all of them. Hopefully Mauen dies because she's the woman I like least out of those 5. Whoa. I don't know, because Chiyuki kind of broke at the. I feel like at this point, Fuyuka is such a huge influence on Hikari, and I said it's back in chapter 1, but Fuyuka is the type of character who's going to die immediately or make it very far into the game. Like, I would find it very weird if Fuyuka died in chapter 3. Chapter 4, that's when, I feel like chapter 4 is when Fuyuka is officially in danger. And with Chiyuki's outburst at the end of the trial, I'd have to see how she goes throughout chapter 3. She's a possibility that she could die. I just have to see how she goes through chapter 3, and then I'll have to give you my vibes on her. Right now, I'm leaning not victim, just because I'd like to see. I feel like Shuki is one of the only characters here who I think I'm confident in saying she's going to survive, because we were close to her at the beginning, and now she's kind of lost it. Like, I feel like throughout chapter 3, depending on how her outlook changes, if she keeps this outlook, or she realizes she doesn't agree with it and she's deluding herself, or she's always been this cynical, depending on how they go with it, will depend on the likelihood I think she's dying in this chapter. But considering how she was just a positive person and now is changed towards being more cynical, I feel like that just makes me think she's going to survive more, because I feel like there's the character arc development of being positive and hopeful, then deepen down into the depths of despair, and then maybe coming out for the better or leaving with an outlook. I feel that'd be a very interesting story to watch unfold and to see her survive. So I feel like Chuki is one of the few people who I'm confident in saying will survive. Now that leaves 3 people: Kolette, Mauen, and Tsubaki. We have Kolette and Mauen are a pair, and I said there were 3 groups in this chapter. There was Asuka, Toshi, Kazuyuki, Seinosuke, Iki, and Maun and Kolette. Those were the 3 groupings. And then Chuki, Fuyuka, me, Ryu, and Tsubaki, we were just kind of by ourselves. Not by ourselves, but we weren't really in groups like that who I thought could die. And none of them did die, so there was that. But we have Kazuki, Toshi, and Asuka. Asuka died. Seinosuke, Nikki both died. Kolette and Mauen was the one pair that didn't end up dying in this chapter. Could it be obvious that could it be a bit obviously that one of them will die? Yes, but considering the gender ratio and the other people who they're against, I feel like one of Kolette or Mauen dying is just extremely likely. And I'm going to say Mauen, just because I feel like with Kolette and her relationship and similarities to both Iki and Seinosuke, she's someone who I'd want to see survive. So even if Kolette is equally likely to die, I'd like to see her survive, so I'm just going to say that Mauen is one of the victims. And then with Tsubaki is weird because Tsubaki kind of had she was I guess the quote unquote cool character in the prologue. She didn't reveal her secret to anyone, and in chapter 1 she kind of just stayed back. She liked Mayumi and she felt betrayed by her demise. And I feel like until we explore how she truly feels about Mayumi's passing and how she truly feels about everyone here, I don't think she'll be dying. I feel like for similar reasons as Ryuka, considering the game has built up a little bit of mystery around her, I feel like it would be weird for her to die in chapter 3. Assuming we don't explore that mystery, of course. If we go into the depths of Tsubaki's character, then I could see her dying. But right now, currently, I don't think she would die. I feel like that's chapter 4 material. And also something that I wanted to point out is that I was thinking, looking at who I was remembering that Seinosuke and Iki woke up together, and how I was thinking if you woke up together, you had a pre-existing relationship, because uh, Seinosuke and Nikki woke up together. They knew each other for 6 months. Mount and Colette, I don't know if it's confirmed if they woke up together, but I know it's still a possibility. So right now, I'm just going to tell myself that they did wake up together and that they knew each other. So right now, I'm running under the assumption that if you woke up together with someone, then you knew them from before the killing game for any amount of time. Carrie Gardner likes nature photography. She even talked to Seinosuke about wanted to write nature reports in the papers. Daisuke, nature photographer. Those 2 woke up together, and I feel like I remember Hikari saying that. I don't think she said she met him, but she said something about wanting to. She said something about reading his articles. The article was the word I was looking for and I couldn't think of it, but she read his articles on the paper, and that maybe could all be their relationship is, but considering the cutscene at the very beginning of the game, I don't think that's the case. But besides that, what I wanted to say was Fuyuka and Tsubaki woke up together because they were the only 2 people who didn't share their secrets with the other person, and Fuyuka is a bodyguard, and Tsubaki is a thief. Although something I can't help but think about is that the tablet does say adventurer, and Tsubaki said he's not really telling the truth in that regard, and that she's more of a thief rather than an adventurer. However, what if Tsubaki's lying, and Fuyuka is Tsubaki's bodyguard? Because if they knew each other, that it could be an explanation. And I feel like Fuyuka would be the kind of person to hide that information from the others, so they don't know they had a relationship, and she'd want to protect Tsubaki no matter the cost. And that's just something I thought of, and I just wanted to throw that out there. And if that is the case, I really doubt that Tsubaki will be dying this chapter, or Fuyuka for that matter. But if that does come out, and in chapter 4 we get found out, who knows what's going to happen. But with that said, that's all my thoughts about all the character interactions, the bonus content, and my thoughts before we head into chapter 3. And next Monday, whether that's in 2 days or 3 days or 4 days or in however many days, we are going to be beginning chapter 3. And I'll see you then. I have nothing else to say. Bye bye.